years ago, it's like, oh my God, this is all so crazy cool. Now it's all more kind of just, it's surreal. I think it's the right word.
It is surreal.
There's this weird paradox of sitting talking about, you know, what did you do when you 30 years ago when you walked into the studio to make this record? It's like, I'm more interested in walking into the studio next week to work on the next record. You know, so there's this weird juxtaposition about all that stuff about the past, but it's fucking crazy to have a record that's this appreciated by so many people.
The original title for the album was Married to Metal instead of the Black Album.
That was because three of us were getting divorced, and that was just a joke.
You guys hired this guy to produce the Black Album all those years ago.
Bob Rock. That's his real name.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Right.
First of all, yeah, it's weird. Like, I was like, well, how did you find this guy, Bob Rock? Because you guys are so tight. Letting anyone in. And when a guy is named Bob Rock, you go, get this fucking guy out of here.
So James and I flew up to Vancouver. We had a couple of the rough demos in our pocket. We met with him, played him a couple, 2-3 songs. Remember, he called it, this is the Kashmir of the 90s or whatever. He goes, oh my God, I can't believe Metallica is doing something like this. And his whole thing was he felt that we'd never captured what we were doing live on a record, that our records were, like I said, they were very sterile. They were very much about just execution and getting it perfect, but there was no soul, there was no vibe, there was no attitude, there was no swagger, there was none of those adjectives. And he said, I can do that for you. And halfway through the first song, he goes, how about changing the chords in that chorus? And I remember we all looked at each other going, excuse me, like, who the fuck are you?
Somebody say something.
How did you get in here? How do you dare suggest that we change anything in any of our songs? That was so foreign to us.
Did you punch him, James?
No.
No, good for you.
No. Wasn't worth it.
And we spent a year on that record here in LA, and tumultuous times, but we ended up becoming best friends in the next subsequent year or two, and we ended up working with him for another 15 years.
First man in, last man out. He was there, running the show, even though we didn't want it. We didn't, like Lars was saying earlier, we knew we needed to change, but we didn't want to. So he was the guy that was helping us bridge into that, Dr. No to Dr. Maybe. You know, it's like, okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being excited to bring my buddies in. You got to hear this, you know, wherever I may roam intro and blah, blah, blah. And they're standing there going, holy shit, this is amazing. And I knew it was working.